Well, welcome to my shed. Always something going on in here, and this time we're going to have a look at my Hubsan 501S, and I'm going to give you an idea what I've actually done to it. This is the backpack that I use for the Hubsan. Keeps it all safe and absolutely ideal because it makes it very portable. Right, now we've got the storage box open, and you can see the Hubsan 501S in there. Nice little unit. Right, now I've got the box open. You can see what I've got inside it. I've got a number of batteries. I've got 6 batteries in there. Also got the charger, and also importantly I've got this, which is very useful, and I can check out and see what the battery capacity is when it's finished to make sure I'm not knocking the batteries out. Unfortunately, with lipos, you run them down too far. By the time you've done that, the things won't charge up properly. So I tend to use this to give an idea of what the battery capacity is. The backpack is very useful as well, because when you open it up, you can actually use this on the grass to take off, because obviously having no legs under the bottom of it as such, you've only got the rubber feet there. If you're actually on long grass, and it doesn't have to be very long of course to foul the propellers, it's not a very good idea. So using the backpack, you can actually use that to take off. Now I have to say that I like Hubsan gear, and the only reason I particularly like it is, from my point of view, I've had experience with Hubsan before, and it works straight out of the box, and this one was no exception. However, they have got one problem, and I'll show you that in a moment. The basic unit, the actual drone itself, I haven't touched. Got no intention of touching. As far as I'm concerned, it's great. However, I will tell you what I have touched is this. This is the controller. Bit disappointing really, it has a very plasticky feel to it. And one of the things that you don't get with it is a sunshade. I cannot believe that they made such an error. They give you a nice size screen, they don't give you a sunshade. So I put one on here. I scoured the sites and managed to get hold of a sunshade, but it didn't fit exactly this. And by using some black silicone, I don't know if you can see it very clearly there if I flash the light on it, I managed to get a good seal between the actual case and the actual sunscreen. Now if I give you an idea why it's so important, look, this is it. It's totally portable, so it's very nice. Just flip it up. I've got to do this one-handed. There you go. That's my screen. So it means that the sun doesn't directly reflect off of the screen. The reason that I think it's so important is because Hubsan themselves felt it was a very important thing. Why? Because on my previous model, the Hubsan Spyhawk, they've actually made it in with the transmitter. So why they left it off of this one, I will never know. So that was one thing I did. Now, just to reiterate on that, if I show you my Spyhawk camera, my Spyhawk transmitter, as you can see, what's it got? There we go, look. The same thing. So you've actually got a little sunshade built in, but for some weird wonderful reason, on something a lot more, they felt that they didn't have to do this. The other thing that I had to do to modify with both of them is, I don't know if you're aware, but Hubsan have got major shares in Duracell. Yep, you got it right. Duracell, they've got shares. There's no way that you can't tell me that they haven't got shares in Duracell. Why? Well, with this transmitter or that transmitter for the 501, you've just got no chance of the batteries lasting very long. They really need to be lipo, and unfortunately Hubsan still haven't woken up about it. So with this one, to stop messing about, I fitted lipo battery in the back. Just do it with the screw there. Just get it in there, and that gives me God knows how many hours. but I don't have to worry about the thing clapping out, whereas otherwise after a few flights this is dead. So I don't have to worry about it at all. Absolutely brilliant. This has been in there about 2 months now, and as you can see I've still got 8.1 volt in it. It's a 7.4 volt LiPo system, and it's still perfect, absolutely perfect. So good storage times, and also the batteries last a considerable time. Right, that now shown, what do I actually do with this one? Well, this one wasn't so straightforward. As I say, they got shares in Duracell, so they don't want you changing things about. And what I had to do was I had to do a little modification here, and there's a little board in there that I had to fit, which is a 3 amp rated board. And then I used, after taking out the battery compartment, it's a bit of a game doing it, you can see I have to chop it a little bit. I put in there a 1200 milliamp 7.4 volt receiver battery, and having that inside, it runs for ages. You do not have to worry about it, and the only people that will be upset with you is Duracell, because this thing gets through 4 batteries in no time at all. You might be talking, might be 3 flights maximum that you'll get on the drone, and then after that you've got to change the batteries. Now I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty grim for a transmitter. If I went to the flying field flying all this lot, and after 3 flights, and you can see there's loads of planes in here, if I had to change my battery after 3 flights, I would be very upset indeed. So there you go. So that's my Hubsan, and I wanted to show you more than anything else that if you do the sunscreen, they are available. I think I got this one from BANGGOOD, but it was direct from China, but you can see that it really works. So that's the way to go, folks.